I need to thank you once again for coming to this show, especially on a working day. I know time is money and it is so precious, and you are donating that time for my creation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Normally, the life of a movie is 1 year or 2 years maximum. That's why film festivals normally don't take all movies. But the life of the After Man still continues after 12 years. It's already gone to 130 film festivals. Every month we have a major show somewhere happening in one of the countries. This is the second time we are having an exclusive show for the maritime industry. First one was in IMO hall, but since the whole capacity was, we could not invite all. But after 12 years, they are coming back again to showcase this movie. In fact, this is the first movie by the mariners, for the mariners, and the characters in these movies, they are all mariners actually. We are showcasing a maritime city. It's a dream of us, where all the mariners can live together, work together. It can make it as our old age home also. So we are the capital marine city also we are showing in this one. And it's for the first time a super tanker is being showcased in a movie. Even Hollywood movies never could showcase a movie. You know how difficult or how impossible to have a movie to be shot on board a tanker. But we made it possible. That's why, because we wanted to make sure that this is really a mariners movie. But the movie is also a test run, because this movie you can watch from 9 different angles. Of course, majority of the people sitting here today, they're all mariners. So, of course, you will be watching it from a mariner's angle. But for others, if you look it from a musical angle, it's a musical movie. There are 9 songs in this movie. 3 got shortlisted for the Oscars. It's a voice to the 5,000 years of music, starting from the Ved Mantras, the first composed music in the world. And if you look it from a environmental perspective, it is a dam disaster movie. One of the most controversial dam issues in the world, that is in India. Actually, why I selected this subject was, I am staying right in front of a controversial dam. It can collapse anytime. If it collapses, it will be the world's largest man-made disaster. 2.5 million people will die. It's a 120-year-old dam. In fact, the same size dam got collapsed in China in 1975. It became the world's largest man-made disaster, not the nuclear bomb. 250,000 people were killed in that disaster. So you can understand how dangerous the dams are. And as of today, when we created this movie, there were 4,000 outdated dams in the world. But today, the figure has gone up by 10 times, 40,000. But what is the fate of the dams? The fate is it has to collapse one day, because most of the dams are built by concrete. The life of the concrete is only 50 years. And nowadays, the maximum corruption happens in dam constructions. Even in my village, my house was built with the cement which was to be used for one of the dams near to my dam. Because my village is not in this particular place, it was in another place, but there was another dam also there. We don't know when that dam is going to be collapsed. It is also outdated. So most of the people sitting here, you're all staying or working in front of one of this kind of dams which are at a disaster stage. So once you watch the movie, you'll understand what will be the fate and who will replace this dam. It is not possible. All the dams are built either for irrigation or power generation or flood control. And already an ecosystem is already created. You cannot stop the operation all of a sudden. When you make a dam or when you plan to make a dam, you need to have a plan for the replacement also. But unfortunately, for the political reasons, no one plans for that one. No one budget for that one. So end of the day, every dam in this world has to collapse. Not even a single dam is planned with a proper replacement budget or a replacement plan. So that is from a dam perspective, it's a dam disaster movie. If you look at from an Ayurvedic angle, that's Indian traditional treatment method. You will feel like a movie is made for that particular purpose. So if you look at it from a romantic point of view, 9 forms of lost love we are showing in this movie. If you are looking from an astrological movie, almost 2 billion people in the world, they believe in astrology. So it's an astrology-based movie. So that's why this movie, you can watch it from 9 angles. There's a novel written about this movie. In the novel, it very clearly, all the details are given. So whenever you get time, it's available on the Amazon, read it. Then next time when you watch the movie, you can watch some different angle. That's why this movie's life is never ending. If whoever watch the movie, they will 100% sure that they will watch it again. But before cleaning, I want to tell you why I made this movie. Basically, I'm a ship designer, naval architect, but my passion was not into engineering. My passion was, or my talent was into arts and especially the movies. At the age of 10, I directed my first drama, but my parents were teachers. My real teachers are also failed to direct me to the right direction. I was a victim of improper career design. Of course, most of the people sitting here, you're all victims. You all, the destiny has taken you to some direction where your passion and talent are not explored. When you start working in a field where your talent and passion can be made use, you will start enjoying your job. You will start contributing something to the job. So this particular thing, this movie making stuff was haunting me like anything. After my engineering, I tried to join film industry. Then I realized that it was too late. But so I joined the marine industry. My dream was to one day I need to learn filmmaking and I need to direct a movie. That was my dream. So I joined the merchant navy first. My first ship, I was the first naval architect in India to join merchant navy, because my plan was 6 months sailing, 6 months I get a break, then I can learn the filmmaking, I can direct filmmaking. That was my plan. But the first voyage itself, the ship got fired. I had a narrow escape. My colleagues all died. From the engine room, I was the only one escaped. So it became my first and last voyage. So I am showing a couple of incidents happened on board the ship also I am showing in this movie. My experience all I am sharing. Then I thought I will come to Middle East, make some money. Once I make the money, I will make a movie. In fact, Aries, this group was started not for making money or something. I started that company to make some money for my movie. But it took years to make because the budget of the movie was $10 million. I had to, I should say almost 2 decades, I had to wait to make that money. But I could make it happen just because of one person, because of course by that time I got married and my producer is here. If she objected, because she knew that my dream was to make one movie one day. I made the script myself, I wrote all the songs, but who will fund it? That is the question. So the 2 decades of our entire life, we kept aside for these projects. And in fact, the most expensive part was the ship sequence. In the beginning of the movie, you can see the ship sequence. Those days, every day, the charter rate was $70,000. We had 10 days of shoot, but 30 days it took for the gas rigging operation. Then the gas rigging operation cost $1 million. It's a 40 days standard operation. Then it's a huge ship, a 30,000 ton tanker, which can ever come to a normal port. So we had to, every day we need to travel to the offshore and do the shoot. So that sequence itself, the initial sequence itself, it cost $4 million. But fortunately, the maritime industry came forward later and they supported us, and somehow we managed to get that budget reduced because of that one. Other than the maritime industry support, she is the only reason. If she objected to spend our lifelong earning for this movie would have happened. Thank you very much. That's why every show I thank her. So now about the rest of everything, the movie will talk. It is a dream of a man, a dream of my life, and I contributed to the entire maritime industry. Thank you very much.